I want to tell you about something that just began last year, and we're continuing it this year and on into the future. It's called the Courageous Leadership Award. A few Christmas Eves ago, Willow had just completed a month-long initiative pertaining to the battle with AIDS. And they had just given so generously that on the way home from the Christmas Eve service, I was thinking to myself, what would happen if tens of thousands of churches were engaged in the battle against global poverty and AIDS? What could their combined efforts be? Maybe we could turn the tide of the battle itself, and maybe we could capture the attention of the watching world, who sometimes thinks that the church is not doing enough with regard to these great battles and issues. That's when a thought came into my mind that maybe we ought to try to figure out a way to inspire church leaders around the world to get engaged in this battle. Shortly after that, Bono agreed to do the interview that was shown at the summit a couple years ago, and that stirred a lot of action. It was shown, that interview was shown in churches all over the world, and a lot of people in churches said, hey, we ought to be doing something, and we shouldn't need a rock star to tell us that we ought to be doing something. We have one, Jesus Christ, who sort of told us before Bono did, and maybe we ought to be listening to this. Shortly after that, I had a meeting with Rich Stearns, the president of World Vision, and I said, maybe you could partner together with us. We could come up with a thing called the Courageous Leadership Award that would highlight the work of local churches in the fight against global poverty and AIDS, particularly AIDS, and maybe we could inject $100,000 into their efforts, and maybe that would inspire even more churches to roll up their sleeves and to get to work on this. And he agreed, and last year we made our first announcement of the winner of the Courageous Leadership Award, and $100,000 was given to that church and a few other finalist churches who are just doing superb work in this area. A generous donor added another $100,000 to the Courageous Leadership Award. So today we're announcing a $200,000 Courageous Leadership Award, and these funds will go into the ministries of some local churches that are doing phenomenal work in the very tough fight against this great pandemic. We had a dinner last night in one of the rooms here at Willow with all the finalists of the Courageous Leadership Award. And it actually was the highlight of my day, and yesterday was a pretty good day. But we had the finalists of 3 churches that are doing remarkable work in the name of Christ in this terrible, horrible disease. And I want to show you just a quick video clip of these 3 efforts, and then we'll announce the Courageous Leadership Award, and then we'll go on with our interview.